This problem goes with 7th grade number sense standard 1.1, which is the standard dealing with using scientific notation. And scientific notation is a way to write numbers with really large numbers and really small numbers in kind of a shorter way. And in scientific notation, it's always some number between 1 and 10, so something point something times 10 to the something. That's just the way we've mathematicians, scientists have agreed to write scientific notation. The first number is a number between 1 and 10, and then it's times 10 to some power. This power could be positive or negative. And so before we answer this question, let's just look at our answer choices for a minute to have a little review of scientific notation. If we took this number, I'll start at the bottom here. If we took this number 8.33 or 8 and 33/100ths times 10 to the 6th, and we actually multiplied by 10 6 times, every time you multiply by 10, your decimal point is moved one place to the right. So if we multiply by 10 once, by 10 twice, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, that's what that's saying to do, then we'd have to move our decimal point 6 places to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And when you get to the end of the given number, then we fill in with trailing zeros. Well, these actually wouldn't be trailing zeros because this decimal point is moving. So the decimal point has to end up out here. And then those would be trailing zeros if we added zeros after. So now 8 and 33/100ths times 10 6 times, that's what 10 to the 6th means, is 8,300,000. Okay? And so now that's not this number, but if we were to multiply by 10 5 times, we'd move it, it'd be moved over to here by 4 and by 3. And so that's the way we go from a number in scientific notation to the decimal equivalent. Now, how do we go backwards like this problem asks us? It says, which shows 833,000 written in scientific notation. So if we take that 833,000, and we want to write this in scientific notation, every number has a decimal point. If there's not one showing, it's at the end. To write this as 8.33 or 8 and 33/100ths times 10 to the something, we've got to move the decimal point from here to there. So in doing that, we're moving the decimal point to the left 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So that means that the equivalent of 833,000 would be 8 and 33/100ths times 10 to the 5th. And to check that, you just think to yourself, okay, if I want to check and make sure I did this right, what happens when I multiply by 10 5 times? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And would this number be equivalent to that? And yes, it would. So the answer would be 8 and 33/100ths times 10 to the 5th.